Righty, boys. Good morning and welcome back. So that's week number 3, Tuesday. So first day of the week, we're going to start with Smith incline presses here. Last time we did the weight that I have on, 13 reps. So what we're going to do today, we're going to add 2.5 kilos on each side because this exercise was supposed to go up to 12 reps. Right, so there's 5 kilo more on the bar. Let's see how many reps we can do today for that weight. Righty, so that was 11. Not bad at all. 11 reps for 5 kilo more. Let me plug that one in and then we're going to move into the second set in a second. Second set. Okay, one more set here then. We're going to do some back stuff. Ready, boys? Last set. And then we're moving back. We're going to move into back. Righty, so we're moving to back. This is a close grip prop pull. So last week we did 16 plates for 11 reps. This exercise is really supposed to go up to 10 reps. So I've obviously added a plate. And yeah, let's see how many reps we can do here. This is we're one plate side of a full stack here. So it'll be very interesting to see how we're going to progress here. Because honestly, guys, if you can't progress, if there isn't enough weight for you to progress, there are other ways that you can, progress in a lift, in a specific lift. You can do myo reps, drop sets, supersets, whatever works really, whatever gets your muscles to failure. It doesn't necessarily have to be more weight or more reps. But the program says 8 to 10 reps, my program, so. But you know what I mean, 8 to 10 reps, we'll have to do 10 reps. Up to 10 reps. So I've added more weight. And let's see how we do. If I ended up doing 11 reps still, we're going to have to go with 11 today. And next week, I'll add another plate, kind of like the last plate that there is there, and go from there. But that will be for next week. Today, so I played more than last time, which is again a progressive overload. It's very good. Let's see how many reps we can actually do here then. I think I've warmed up properly, so. Oh, okay. So that was 10 on the dot. So 17 plates, 10 on the dot. I slowed down. I slowed down the last few reps just because I thought I was going to do more than 10 again. I was like, well, let's just milk him, you know? And the best position that you can do that is not here on the contraction, it's actually on the stretch position. Always remember that the stretch position, when I say stretch position, I mean the position that the targeted muscle is the most stretched, right? That's the best position for hypertrophy. Ideally, this is the position that you want to keep for a few seconds, not really the contraction. I think people have it wrong. In my opinion, the moment you lock, you can let go. You don't need to keep it here. And fun fact, actually, it's much more taxing to contract your muscles, so to shorten them and keep it there, than it is to let them go, to slowly kind of like let them go and then stretch them. And what I mean when I say taxing, I mean mentally taxing. For some reason, it just seems to be the case. So I'll say it again, when you contract the muscles, so when you shorten them, when you pull or push, right, the lock position, so let's say that we're doing bench press, this is the locking, what most people do when it comes to bench press, that's the contraction. And this, when it comes to back, this is the lock that a lot of people do. So when it comes to the contraction, really, pulling and keeping it there seems to be very mentally taxing. Whereas slowly letting it go and controlling that eccentric, which is just as hypertrophic, if not more, than, the contraction, the concentric. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's a fun fact that I learned by watching YouTube videos, but seems to be correct because I'm not as mentally taxed when I just control the eccentric and then I stretch. It just doesn't seem to be as mentally taxing as it is to pull the weight and then keep it there on the contraction when everything is tight. It just seems to be the case. So, with that being said, I'm going to take a minute and then we're going to move into the second set of this exercise. Right, so second set, I'll change the position of the camera just so you can see what's happening from the front. Although, really, the back is what you should be looking for, and you should be trying to emulate this as much as possible. This is what I do for myself, by the way, guys. I'm not just saying this just because. I look at my videos, even when I wasn't filming, I was filming with my phone for, personal uses. But yeah, I was just looking at my videos and I was like, this doesn't seem to be correct. Let me fix that. And that's kind of like how you also grow. What the fuck? It's a good way to give yourself some feedback, especially on your back, because you never really know what's happening on the back. It's not like other muscle groups. Anyway, second set. Oh, oof. All right. That was nice. That's good. You went for use straps. By the way, always use straps when it comes to your back. Always. There are a couple of exercises that you don't need to, but for the most part, use straps. The logic behind this is, I know it's not manly to use straps, or at least in some people's heads, but there is no way that these muscles here can possibly keep up with all my muscles on the back. Which means that when you do exercises like these, your forearms become the limiting factor and not your back, which is bad news. Essentially, you're training forearms. sure, you do stuff with your back. I'm not saying that you don't. It's just, if your forearms fail before your back, which is bound to happen if you're moving a lot of weight, then have you really? Well, your back hasn't failed, has it? And maybe you're lucky. Maybe you're at the point where by the time your forearms fail, your back is 1 or 3 reps in reserve from failure anyway. But for me, it's not. It's really not. If I wasn't using straps here, if I wasn't using straps on lat pull downs, on pretty much every single pulling exercise, with exceptions, but pretty much on every single exercise, my forearms will very quickly become the limiting factor. And as strong as they are, they will never be as strong as my back. It's just funny. It's just a fact. And yeah, it's fine. Use straps, whatever straps you have. Even if your gym has some straps, get accustomed to using them. It's fine. And yeah, you'll see a difference in your sets and how many reps you can do. And I think you're going to be able to feel your back more because you care less about your forearms and your grip. You focus less on it. There were times that I was doing deadlifts without straps in the beginning, and it just got to a point where I was just focusing more on my grip because my grip was slipping, so I was holding the bar like this sometimes. Yeah, I mean, if you get to that point, you really need to focus on your grip. And regardless if you focus or not, your grip fails before your back, does it? Or your legs if you're doing everything else, kind of like your hamstrings and your lower back. Think about it. Think how big hamstrings are compared to the entire forearm, and then you have back support. It's just too many muscles versus the forearm to keep up, possibly ever keep up with these kind of movements. But that's why I use straps, and that's why you should use straps too. And with that being said, I'm going to use my straps into the last set here. Oh, right, 9 reps again. That's good enough. So, chest machine. Good. Yeah, some chest. And then we're going to go back. We're going to come back. Right, so last time we did 25 kilos on each side. I've added 1.25 kilos, so total 52 and a half or 51.25 in each arm. The reason I did that, this exercise is supposed to go up to 15 reps. Last time I did 14 with 25 kg on its hand. So just going off trend, I might do more than 15 reps here if I were to leave the same weight as before. So I've added a little bit, still progressive overload. And you're going to see how many reps I can actually do here. Whoa. Oh. 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 Okay. 13. That's good. Pretty similar to last time then. Had I not have that weight on, I might would have been able to do 15. I'm pretty confident I would. 2 more reps. I mean, I almost had the 14th one here. So, well, that's the idea. It's like, it may not look like a lot, 1.25 kilograms, per side. But if you think about it, if you do 10 reps, let's say, per arm, per side, 1.25 times 10. It's 12.5 kilos. So you're lifting more weight, and this is added on top of whatever. It's like, let's call it that. In 10 reps, that's 250 kilo, and then you add 12.5. Now, everybody who's been in the gym for a long time knows that if a lift is close to kind of like your limit of how much weight you can actually move for 10 to 15 reps, and you just add even a kilo, which is kind of like what this is, it adds up, and it does add up quickly. Even with legs, if you kind of like if you plateaued on a leg press, adding 2.5 on a side, so 5 kilos total, it may seem like nothing, especially for legs, right? Especially for leg press, 2.5 kilos, 5 kilos. It's still progressive overload. You're still progressively moving more weight, and that's how you build muscle. So keep that in mind. I'm going to take it, then we're going to move into the second set. Radio. Second set. Mm. Mm. Oh. Oh, all right. 13 again. Not bad. So one more set. Last set, boys. Mm. 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 Oh. Okay. That was only 12. Well, it's good enough, as I've said before. On the last set, we're doing less reps. And on the first set, in my eyes, we've worked hard enough. So we're going to go back to back. No pun intended. I'm going to hit some rope pullovers. Right. So, rope pullovers. I think I did 10 plays last week. Rope pullover, yeah, 10 plays for 12 reps. I'm going to keep 10 plates because this can go up to 15 reps. Oh, oh, okay. So yeah, I was 15. Not bad. So we're right where we need to be. So next week, we're going to go up a plate. Because 15 reps is the most that I want to do. So, 2 more sets. I'm going to try them at 15. I also think of this. It come a little bit lower. Yeah. Because otherwise that rope is just too close to my hat. Right, so 2 more sets. And then we're done pretty much with chest and back. And we're going to do some shoulders. And that will be that. Second set. Mm. Boy, I was 14 and a half. One more. One more set. Last set. Then some shoulders. Mm. 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 Oh, no. Oh, oh, that last set slipped a little bit. It wasn't a lot of control there. So that's okay. Failure. That's the point, right? So with that being said, we're done with back and chest. We're going to do some shoulders. So 45-degree side lats with dumbbells. I have the dumbbells right there. And then we're going to do some cross cable pulls for our real delts. And that will be the day. Take a minute, just catch my breath, and then we're going to move straight into shoulders. Right, so last week, same weight, we did 10 reps. And this is a minor of exercise as well. So let's start. Good. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. I was 13. 3 more reps. This isn't a super full ROM, which goes all the way to the top. It's kind of like a full ROM, so there. The reason I'm not doing full ROMs, it just doesn't feel as good for my shoulders. There isn't really any other reason. They're pretty good. If you want to do them and you don't feel any weirdness going on your shoulders, that's fine. It's just for me here, it's kind of like the ideal position to stop and then stop around that here, that position there. It's kind of like the best position for me to stop, bring it down and repeat. Find what works for you is my advice when it comes to these things. There isn't really any wrong answers. Just as long as you feel the target muscle going to failure and there aren't any other limiting factors such as pain or other muscles failing you. Like I said before, my back is stronger than my forearm. So when I do back exercises, I obviously have to grip something with my forearms, right? To pull. But I don't want my forearms to be the limiting factor of the exercise. I want my back to be the limiting factor of the exercise. That's why I use help from the straps. Here, if you feel something else going before your side lats. You're not doing it properly because, I mean, if you're doing this, there isn't really anything else that helps you, move the weight. It's mainly side lats, so I don't see how something else can reach failure before your side lats. That's the good news. But you might feel, as I said, super full room. For me, I feel pain on my, not necessarily pain, but this is kind of like an annoying sensation. And I don't see how to, it could be something, I don't know, but whatever it is, it feels much better for me to just stop there, around that spot right there, and then bring it down. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. So, with that being said, second set here, my rep mat, step in reps, and then we do cross cables, and then that's it. Seven, 8, 9, oh, come on. 10, 12, 13, one more. Oh no, that was the thing. Was it? Let's do one more. Fuck. Oh, oh, okay. That might have been an extra rep. I did say 13, didn't I? And then I kind of like counted after 13. Yeah, 13. Might have been an extra rep, that's okay. So I might have skipped that rep. I don't really know. Anyway, one more. And then cable cross. Cool. That's it here. My rep match, the 13 reps. Let's make sure that we are counting this time around. Okay. That's 8. 5 more. 9, 10, 11. Ah, 2 more. Ah, oh, that makes 13. Holy shit. Okay. That was really good. One more exercise. Rear delts. And then we'll call it a day. Right. Rear delts. So last week on Tuesday, we did the weight that I have on for 13 reps, my rep mats. All right. Let's see. Ah, that was 15. Oh, so 2 more sets, my rep mats. 15 reps. 2 more reps than last time. That's pretty good. Right, second set, 15 reps, my rep mats. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah, 13. Two more. 14. 15. Oh. One more set, boys. And ladies, of course. And then we call it a day. Last set. Let's hit it then. 15 reps. Oh. Oh. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Oh. 13. 14. 15. Ooh. Okay. And with that, we'll call it a day. Again, pretty fucking successful day. Moving up on weights, moving up on reps, either or, on every single exercise that I've done so far. It seems that this week, although it is the third week, it seems that this week as well is going to be one of those weeks where the trend goes up. I'm expecting it to die either next week or just kind of like start flatlining around next week, maybe the 5th week, because around that time is usually where you need a deload, especially if you lift heavy consistently throughout, weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're progressively overloading. You do need a deload every now and again. We'll see how that looks like. It might be the 7th, it might be the 8th week. It'd be interesting to see. But yeah, for the most part, that's it for the day. Very, very happy with the results. Tomorrow, leg and arm day. I want to say leg and arm, I mean legs and arms, because I have two of each. I'll see you tomorrow.